Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. We got a beautiful Sunday. It's about 72 degrees here. It's not super warm, but it's kind of nice compared to what it was this morning. I took Geronimo out so he could do a little bit of shopping today. He had a couple bucks. We have a little lady in the back. She's has a hard time getting around. She's got one of them four-legged walkers, and she's not in the best of shape. And the boys, they'll carry the groceries in. She always gives them a couple dollars. So we let him go up to the store and spend a couple bucks. He got himself a Nerf gun. And while I was there, I got some stabul. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of snow on the ground this year, and I don't think there's going to be months at a time where I probably won't be able to ride the bike. So I got some stabul. Tank is full. I can't seem to use the gas out of it. We put about 45 miles on it today, and the gauge hardly moves. You know, it's just the way it is. The bike is real thrifty. I don't hammer it. You know, I'm not a. It's not a super speedy bike, and I don't hammer it. You know, it's just not what I do. But we had a pretty good ride. Just a fantastic ride. I was looking at while I was out there for chain paste. This is the spray I used to use because it doesn't fling all over the place, and I couldn't find any, so I just had to hit the chain with some 40WD. And so, you know, because it was getting a little bit of rust on it. And when I shifted into fifth gear, this bike around town, there's no need to go into fifth gear at all. If you go into fifth gear, it'll chug a little bit, and you know, it feels like the chain, but the chain is staying in good shape. The dang thing it runs like a top. You know, it's just a fantastic bike. I got to get the cover on it tonight, and hopefully we'll get her fixed up here pretty good. But the stabul in the gas tank, that's gonna, you know, I had a real varnishy smell last year. We had it in the garage over at the other place. And when I opened up the tank to put the first gas in, that's all you could smell was varnish. I'm glad it didn't plug anything up. But we're riding. I got a little WD-40 on the back tire, but nothing to write home about. But the kids are having a pretty good day today. Mama made some of her famous pork and cabbage. It's really good, guys. And our buddy Sean, hey Sean, buddy, he's going to be heading out to the Philippines here pretty soon. It's not going to be long. I think he's only got 5 or 6 more days, and he's going to be heading out. And hope he has a really good trip. Going to be there for a month, and that ought to be pretty cool for you, buddy. I'll be looking forward to seeing some of your vlogs from there. I was doing a vlog earlier. And the neighbor pulled up with this dang radio in his car on. And instead of shutting the car off and going into his place, he left the car running with the radio on, and then just went into his place for about 15 minutes. So, you know, I'd get a copyright strike. And it was just ridiculously loud. I mean, it was just booming this whole garage here. But this is what you get. You know, there's not much I can do about it. And I just think it's not very cool. I mean, come on, just because you know it's rap music, and maybe Christmas time when it's time to wrap some presents, we can listen to some of that. But it's not my bag. It's just not my bag at all, and it shouldn't be everybody's bag in the damn neighborhood. Just because somebody decides that they're, you know, I think the guy is real hard of hearing. And he must have a lot of money into the stereo in that car, that's for sure. His mom's a real nice lady, though. But I wish people would be a little bit more considerate, you know, to their neighbors. I would never do that. You know, I listen to the radio in the car too, but I ain't got my windows out and blasting it loud and shaking the whole neighborhood. You know, it was like that fellow with the Harley down there with the open pipes. You know, we went and said something to him, and boom, he fixed it. So, but I don't even see that bike there anymore. I think he might have got rid of it or stored it somewhere. This one's going to stay in here. I'm probably going to put it closer to the wall There's that beautiful machine. I had to put the wood down because in the afternoon when this sunshine here, it softens the asphalt, and the bike is so top heavy it just pushes. You can see it's got these little tiny like horseshoes in the asphalt, but she's a beautiful machine. We really like it. Kids love to go for rides on it, and I'm riding it a little bit more spirited now than I used to. She seems to be broke in now, but like I say, when I'm riding this thing, there's no, around town, anywhere around this area right here, there's no sense of putting it in fifth gear. That's just stupid, because it's only for it seems to me like that's the overdrive. That's for the highway. And if I get her up to 65, it seems I got to be over 60 to kick it into fifth gear. Some people say, oh, wish those had a sixth gear. It doesn't need it. What it's got, what it's for, and what it does. They did a good job. Kawasaki did a fantastic job on this bike, and they've sold so many of these damn things. We saw one when Dorothy and I were out yesterday. We were looking for this Ollie store, and there was a dude on an old beater KLR. You can see this thing it bit the dust numerous times. It was an older one. You could see the carburetor on it, so it was probably a 212, 213 or something like that. And his tires were just down to nothing. And he was cruising on it. He was cruising on the dang thing. Mine, I got to get it washed though. I'm waiting on a check. I want to get this thing down and get the center stand put on it. That'll make the chain maintenance and tire maintenance a lot easier. And what else was I putting on there? The shifter, the longer shifter peg. Let them do it, because for me to try to get up under there, it's just not working. If you got a stand where you can raise this thing, up to your face to work on it, there you go. Down at the place where I bought it, they got a really nice motorcycle lifts, and they got a safety cable that they can put around it so it's not going to fall over me. If this thing fell over on top of me, it'd probably kill me. When it tipped over the first time, it's easier to pick up a Harley. I'm not kidding you. You can tilt a Harley back up, no problem. This thing, forget it. It's just so top heavy. Why it's so top heavy, I don't get it. But it's a heavy bike. It's a damn heavy bike. But when you're on the highway and you're boogieing, that weight is nice. It feels really good. I like that it's so tall. I don't feel stupid when I'm on it. I used to have a 2007 883 Sportster that I made a 1200 the day I got it. I had them put the bigger jugs on it the day I got it. And I was going by a storefront, and it had the glass windows, and I looked over, and I looked so stupid on that thing. It was a beautiful bike, don't get me wrong. And everybody was teasing me, calling it a chick bike, but that thing ran great. And this one here, if you look at how tall I am, and then you look at this bike, I mean, there I am right here. Here's the top of the bike. There's the mirrors, and I don't feel stupid on this thing. And it's really nice in the traffic, because you're looking up above everything, even the pickup trucks. You're up above, you're looking at everything. So, that's a good deal. I did spill a little bit of that stabul on my tank, but we got it wiped up with some paper towels, so I don't think it's hurt anything. But beautiful machine. The insurance on it's real cheap. I had to re-up the insurance again for another year, and then I got the registration. It's going to be due up here in February, so I figure I'll go down in January and get that done. But so many nice things about this machine. Again, I love the mirrors. Those are the best mirrors I ever had. And I love the monstrously big gas tank. I filled this thing up, oh my goodness, quite a while ago, and it's just not going down. It went down one bubble, and it just doesn't seem to want to use gas. And like when we're cruising though, I'm more of a speed limit guy now. we get some spots where I can zoom it up and get up some speed, but generally I stick to the speed limit. I don't want any cops bugging me. I don't need any tickets. I mean, it makes it for an expensive ride, and I don't want to pay a lot of money to ride my motorcycle. And filling this tank on this thing it's nothing to fill it up. It holds almost 6 gallon, and pretty cool. I was looking at yesterday. I came out and I was looking at that windshield riser to put on here, and then I decided against it because what it does is it pushes it way out forward. And it didn't really push it up much, maybe about an inch, and I was like, no, that's going to be a waste. So I got that, and I'll put that on eBay and sell it to somebody. I also bought the wrong center stand. I didn't realize that there was a center stand for the 2022s and up, and then the 2021s and down. And when I ordered it from eBay, I got the wrong one, so it wouldn't fit. So I called the guy, and I thought, nah, I ain't gonna send it back to him. He sent me the correct one. I found out you gotta have the newer model one, and so I have it, but I also have the older one too. So if anybody's got an older KLR, if they want to buy a center stand cheap, just get a hold of me. Just get a hold of me right through here and leave a message, and then I'll get back with you and I'll mail it to you, and we'll figure out a price on it, and then you guys, whoever wants it, can have it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's brand new. It's never been used. It's a Kawasaki part too. It's not a crap one. I think I paid close to $100 for it. I forget what I paid for it. I'd have to look, but. It's, for me, every single bike I had, I put a center stand on. If it didn't have one, I put one on, because you need them if you're stuck out on the road. I've used those sticks, to hold the tire off the ground. But this bike, as heavy as it is, if it tilts over and hits the ground, I ain't gonna be able to pick it up out in the field somewhere. So I want a center stand so I can tilt it up and do my tire maintenance or whatever I got to do on the road. Now, that's just a safety thing for me. But I love the sound of this thing. I love the sound of the bike. I'm not doing anything to the exhaust. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm not modifying anything on this bike. I got a sneaky suspicion the whole time I have it, it's just going to stay stock. I'm not changing anything on it. Everything about it I like. So, there's no sense of changing anything. Somebody said, oh, you need to get rid of that plastic guard. So somebody was just telling me that on the thing. And this is plastic. But you know what? I'm not going off-road. This ain't, I'm not going to be dirting this thing and falling down. I'm too old. I break a leg or break a bone on this chemo, and they told me it'll be years before the bone heals. They're giving me these shots to strengthen the bone because I guess the chemo weakens your bones. And they said if you break anything, it's going to take forever to heal. Well, so I don't want to do that. I'm not doing the off-road. I used to. When I was out in California, I had that 650 Honda, and boy, I'll tell you what, I used to hammer the living heck out of that thing going through the desert. Chasing jackrabbits and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. Of course, I was in real good shape then. Now, no, I don't want to break anything. But I do have to honestly say this thing rides really nice. Boom and I when we were cruising today, we were hitting bumps, and he gets a kick out of that. He likes when I hit the bumps. But that's cool. So, but yeah, we hit a few bumps. I got my. I got this for my phone, so that's all set up. I do when I go to the dealership. It's a real easy thing to do. I could probably do it myself, but right here is where the cigarette lighter goes. I'm going to pull this plug out here. The connector is right there. I already looked up the wiring schematic on my owner's manual. So all I have to do is buy the part. I think it was at the Kawasaki dealer, it was $19. I'm going to slip it in there, and then just hook it up, and I'll have a power outlet, which will be kind of nice. Excuse me. But what a machine! I just, I hope I get lots of time. Kids, Dorothy had a blast. Moo, and now tomorrow will be Maddie's turn. I hope we have a nice day when he gets off of school. I have a doctor's appointment, and I told him tomorrow if he gets off school and it's still warm, we'll go. We'll take him up to the store too. He's got a few bucks, and I let him get something. That little lady in the back, she always gives him a couple dollars. This time she gave him, they gave him some bags of candy. Faye had a thing on there. She didn't like him getting too much candy, and the lady picked out a few bags. I think Butterfingers was one, and just straight chocolate, the straight Hershey's chocolate bars. The kids, all my kids, I don't know what it is about these kids. They love chocolate. Me, I could take it or leave it. I mean, chocolate could sit on my counter for 10 years, and I ain't going to touch it. I just don't care for it. But the kids, man, they dig chocolate. So, but hey, that's their bag. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get in, guys. Just let you know what's going on. Beautiful. Look at this beautiful day. I do have a jacket on, because I'm not in the sun. It's nice and warm, but as soon as you get in the shade, to me, it's not that warm. This cold weather here, my back is just shot. When I lived here before, I left and went to California just because of my back, because the winters were just killing me, and the same thing's happening again. As soon as I get this cold weather, it settles in my back, and then I'm all bent over and crooked, and that sucks. But let's go down here. Let's take a look down here. Yeah, but there's the kids' Target. You see their Target there? We got to get out and do some. We got to get out and do some shooting. Oh, look how pretty it is over here today. That big dog is gone. I guess there's somebody walking their dog now. Ah, crap! I bet you $10 he didn't pick up his shit, and that sucks. But we used to go down and play down there, but the kids can't go down there anymore because there's just too many piles of poop. And the management, they threaten everybody, you're going to get a fine, it's going to go right on your rent, and then they don't do it. So we get, if you go down there, I'm not kidding you, I was going down there in the morning and cleaning up the big piles and putting something over, marking it so the kids could see it, and then I just got tired of that. Pick up after your own stinking dog. But they don't, nobody does that here. They're all a bunch of, none of them do it. They let the dogs just shit all over the place, and that sucks. So, but I'm gonna let you guys. You guys take care, and this is Rick Shaw.